Hi, everyone. This is Brian Mako from the Rocky View Entrepreneur Series. As you know, I'm trying to promote local businesses and people that are my own clients. So everyone who I do business with can do business with each other as well. I think we can drive a lot of business all together amongst ourselves. But nobody knows who anyone is. So this is one way to do things. My guest today is Veronica Boccinfuso, and she's with Happy Places Spaces, and she's got a lot to offer for various businesses and stuff. We can let Veronica tell us all about that as well. So, anyways, with the view of supporting local, here's Veronica. Welcome today, Veronica.
Thanks for having me today, Brian.
You're very welcome. So tell us about you and tell us about Happy Places Spaces.
Well, I've always been super passionate about homes, and I'm very curious about the link to our environment and how it impacts our well-being. So when we live in a cluttered home or maybe a dark home, it just doesn't support us to live our best life, and it will also prevent us from growing as fast as we want to grow in our business. If whenever we come home to recharge, all we see is clutter and all these unfinished tasks, and we're kind of just brought down rather than coming home and being uplifted, rejuvenated, and restored to go back out there and meet our goals. So, where this business came up from is when I went through a big life change in 2019. I actually went through a divorce, and I just felt that through organizing, purging, and redecorating my home, it was like a healing process. And it helped me just to create a supportive environment to help me down the road. And I found it to be really rejuvenating, getting rid of old things and even just painting things to make new energy around them and new intentions in my home. And then allowed me to just move forward in my life. So I'm really excited to work with people who are in a transitional part of their life where they're moving into the next chapter. Maybe they had kids move out, maybe they went through a divorce as well, or maybe they have a blended family, or they're just making a major life change, like starting a new business, or deciding just to live a healthier lifestyle, because the home can support that.
I
All about.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm sure everyone can relate to the fact that now they're all working at home. I look at my office right now, and it works so much better when everything's kind of clean and neat. But what you can see back here is the neat part. The other part is over here, and it's not so neat. And I honestly ought to have myself work better when it's all clean. So, we were just talking beforehand about your backdrop there. You just made that. It looks very professional, very cool. You know, I get it. I mean, you walk in there and you feel like, hey, this is my space. It's rejuvenating and uplifting. Oh, that's great. So, so tell us more about your business then. What kinds of things have you done most recently? And I agree that this is probably some of this is more of a personal nature. You can't really, you know, tell about what kind of design you did here and kind of design you did there. But how about some general concepts?
Well, for one of my fun projects that I had, I was working with man who was newly single, so his ex had taken out a lot of furniture, so he needed new furniture quickly because he had no couches, he didn't have chairs and stuff. So I helped him just create a happier space and just make it really homey. And also, he was a busy business guy and not really into home decor, so it was perfect that I was able to help him just get done really quickly and listen to what type of environment he wanted, which was a really cozy, welcoming, family neutral space. So that was one example. Other times I just help families with their pantry. So sometimes it's just a 3 hour project, and I help them go through, get rid of expired items, and we clean it up and organize it into bins and containers with labels. And it actually then supports them to make healthier meal plans and meal choices. Because when you look in a cluttered pantry, you might get overwhelmed and not know what to make for dinner, or you're rebuying things again, so you don't see that stock at the back. So it saves people money down the road. And yeah, so those are a couple projects. Another one was a girl that's welcomed me into her home. We did this just a whole house package. Again, she recently had her ex move out, and she had her new boyfriend moved in, and they had she had children. And so I just walked through the whole home. We did a tour, and I just learned about how she feels about each space. And I'm also a little bit intuitive and aware to see where there is some negative energy in a home, like maybe there's stuff piled on the floor. I'm like, this might be something we should address. In other areas, we're like, oh, your pantry is good to go. Let's not spend any time there. And then I actually just gave her a report of recommendations on things that she could do in her home. And she did it herself, even like painting. And she installed one of these walls, just the width of her bed as a headboard, because she has a new man. So one of the big part was, let's refresh your master bedroom. You were there with somebody else. Now let's make it your own with your new partner. So that was a big part of it. And I was just there kind of as support for choosing colors. And I helped her draw a layout plan for her bedroom. That's kind of where we focused first. And then she's slowly just going room by room, transforming her home. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And I think a big part of your practice could be men, because we don't have any taste. A guy might say, okay, my pantry's just fine, and I like my wall colors, but we really haven't got a clue. So.
Yeah, another thing that I was really excited to work with was single men who wanted to attract a partner. So by having a welcoming home and teaching them how to organize their closet, organize their pantry, so when a woman comes into their home, they're not turned off by it, and then also they're empowered to just stand in their power, I guess, to be a fully welcoming home, and it just brings their life to a different level, I really believe. So
Yeah, that's a good one, because honestly, a single guy would not have a clue that a cluttered closet could be a turnoff, or we just live with it. But no, that's great. Well, okay, so I know you've been in business for a while, and if COVID is, I'm not going to touch very much on COVID, because I think we're all so sick of it. Has it, with all the new homes, well, not new homes, but all the people working in their homes, has that changed things for you?
There's definitely children also coming in and working from home, and people are spending so much more time at home, and it's definitely another area that I really believe in. There's certain elements to your office that you can add in to make your time more productive and more enjoyable, such as bringing in some plants and some really good lighting, and comfortable seating, and taking away the clutter and things that don't belong in the office, so that people aren't getting distracted throughout their day when they're working at home. So easy to just stop to make a lunch, and then next thing you know, you wasted an hour. So little things like that. Maybe you have a couple snack bars in your drawer in your office, so that you aren't leaving it every excuse that you can come up with. I also wrote a blog post about home offices too, that I could.
A blog post? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have asked you if you have a webpage. Do you have a webpage now, right? I'm going to call that up here. I should have asked you that beforehand. And your blog post as well. Okay, so
spaces.com.
Okay. Should have had this called up already. I can do a screen share. Oh, now it's not letting me log in. No, that's not good. It's just happyplacesspaces.com, right?
Happy Place Spaces.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about this. This is absolutely my bad.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I'm excited to show it. I try to make it a very joyful website, because I feel like that's kind of who I am, just positive and joyful, and I just like to be uplifting to my clients, just to help. Because it is difficult to make changes in your home and to let go of things. I understand that side of it. Even for myself, I recently just painted my kitchen, and the whole time I'm like, oh my God, a new change, and am I gonna like it? And oh yeah, there we go. You got the website.
Yeah. So look at this. Yeah, this is great. Well, to your point there, it's difficult to do things, and just to get the initiative, and just to have a little bit of help, and even if if you're looking for a brand new opinion, but someone agrees with your former opinion, well, then that's kind of a confirmation. And a good guy example is, we all say, my car goes faster when it's clean. Well, your house is nicer to live in when it's all organized. So okay, so here's Happy Place Spaces, happyplacespaces.com. And what would you like us to show you here
Yeah,
about
if you
this?
go to blog,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
There's,
sure. Just if you wanted to see the home office post, if you scroll down, it's probably close to the bottom.
okay. Organization and decorating. There's a lot here.
There, re-energize your home office. That just has some good tips for people working from home.
Yeah. I like this working at the kitchen table. I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Here's the whole,
Yeah, it's just not the most conducive to being productive and feeling like enjoying your time.
yeah,
Sometimes it's all you got, but you can make the best of what you've got to work with.
absolutely. Yeah, just make it more enjoyable. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I think it's a great service because, you know, like I say, anytime I think anyone can agree, the minute that you clean the house and you finally sit down and look at how it looks when it's all neat and put together, you just feel better. Uh,
Mhm.
and especially the design and being able to pick colors and or have some help picking colors. I wouldn't have a clue. I think there's a lot of ladies out there who'd love to have some help as well. You just have a second opinion. Oh,
And
that's
part of what I'm very interested in is the color psychology. So how different colors can create different moods and feelings. So I like to keep that in mind when helping clients choose colors. It's like, how do you want to feel in this room? What type of mood do you want to create? And then we'll go based off that, as well as their color preferences as well.
yeah. Yeah, I feel pretty relaxed in here. I painted it all blue years ago just to kind of be calm and tranquil. Accounting is never stressful, right? So I just want a kind of a calming environment. But there could be, I could learn more about that.
Yeah,
Um,
it would definitely be calming.
yeah.
That's a good choice um, for that as well.
So, and tell us about your location, because really, I mean, you could be, absolutely virtual, of course, like all the rest of us. But here we are at Airdrie and Rocky View. Where do you find the majority of your clients?
Majority, like over 85% would be Airdrie, just because I live in Airdrie. So it's on the community that I'm most connected into, and I love working here. And while I can do virtual and help people, just support people through their process, I really love to get hands-on and work with my hands and see people face to face with masks on, of course.
Oh yeah,
Um, so I do kind of more lean towards just in-person appointments myself. But
yeah,
I also do offer free virtual consultations up to 20 minutes. So if there's just some questions, um, some things in your home, you're like, I'm not quite sure, should I move this table over this way? Or I'm looking at colors here, or even just questions about where to move forward to create a happier home. I can do that online through video chat, and then I can see your space, and you could text me or email me photos, and we can do a little bit of work that way as well.
okay. Oh, it's good just to get people started. But I find Airdrie such a thriving business community. And I just love supporting local. I think majority of people that are going to be seeing this are Airdrie based, so that'll be good.
And on to that note too, I'm always looking to connect with related businesses, whether it's somebody who does physical like renovations or even coaching or counseling. Just people that I can have in my I don't know what do you call a Rolodex, I suppose, but that I can help support my clients through the next chapter of their life. Just connect people that way as well. Or even if you sell certain products like handmade decor, things like that, I would love to connect with people who are local as well to Airdrie.
Nice. Well, because then everyone's an extension of everyone else. I would like to have a web page myself. I'm going to redesign it with a buddy of mine that you'll see on the YouTube channel. He's great at networking and connecting people. And yeah, what I want to do is build a website that maybe has some referral partners on it as well. So maybe that's kind of along those lines.
Yeah, definitely. I've started a blog post of that so far. Recommended vendors, you can see there. But
Do we
It
look?
does need, with COVID, it's been a little bit harder to build that and to get to know people, so to really trust them to put them on your list. Where before I used to go to networking events and meet a lot of businesses, but that's a little bit different right now.
Yeah, we never know when it's gonna change. So this is the blog. Okay, perfect. That's good. And then we ended up on this page here. Perfect.
Oh yeah, if you scroll up, it has recommended vendors, but
Oh,
it doesn't have a picture with that blog post yet.
okay.
Oh, it's just down a little bit, but anyway, it's still growing. I definitely want to build more and more to the recommended vendors right there.
Oh,
But yeah,
there it is. Okay.
yeah.
Where? Oh, that's perfect. Well, I think this is the way of doing business in the next 5 or 10 years. I mean, COVID is going to be gone in my mind. I hope it's going to be gone within 6 months, a year, or 2 months. But this really does introduce and enforce a new way, a new start. It forces a new start. And we should have been doing this from the beginning. Here's your list of recommended vendors. Well, these are people that you mutually refer to. That's exactly what I'm trying to do too with this site. So I think that is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Veronica, what is the main thing? If I missed anything in some of the questions at all, what's the main thing that you want people to know about Happy Place Spaces?
I guess I would like people to know that we're not your usual designer. My whole concept is about helping people through their transitions in life and to support them a little bit more on an emotional side as well as we go through their house and transform it. And that really you can start as little as $100, right, and do a happy hour and learn a lot of ideas of what you can do yourself and have 1 hour hands-on, to doing a full decorating plan and helping order furniture and that type of thing. So there's like a big variety of things, and I want to be able to help everybody. And I do have partners that I can connect with if the project is large.
That's a great. The happy hour is a great concept and a great name, because you know what, I would just love to have someone come in and say, you should do this and do that, and here's who we order from. I wouldn't have a clue if I had to sit down and try and figure out what to buy in the first place, and then worse yet, where to buy from. So yeah, I think I see value there. That's good. Well, yeah, if nothing else, we've spent about 10-12 minutes here, and that's about the usual time. And yeah, I'm so glad you came on and gave people an introduction to your business. And yeah, I guess we go from there. So the next thing I'll do is post this onto the YouTube channel, and there we go. We go from there.
Thanks, Brian. It was so fun to be able to chat about my passion of why I do what I do. So that was really enjoyable for me. Thank you.
You're very welcome.